It's Baddie shot o'clock. Welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing very well. Sorry that I did not do a review last week because the episode last week was so garbage. It wasn't even necessary. Plus, on top of that, I was celebrating my 4-year anniversary with my boyfriend. So shout out to us. But yeah, this week's episode ain't worth a review either. But I feel like I can't go 2 weeks without, giving y'all a review. And I'm just trying to be consistent here. But this episode was ass, just like last week was ass. This whole episode was literally just Lemmy's party. And it was just weird. Lemmy really makes my stomach hurt. I don't like them. He straight diarrhea out the ass. Ew. So, just like I say in every episode, per the baddie template, right? We're recapping the shit that we saw last episode. They really need to stop fucking doing this. Because I don't really give a shit about how they feel. If y'all not asking them how they feel in that moment in their confessionals, I don't want to hear about it again the next week. Damn, they need to really refix the template of this show. Because it's so repetitive and it's so annoying. And this is how you know these bitches can look all good, but they ain't got shit going on. Because if you waste an entire show to show one party, to show recaps for 30 minutes of what we already saw in the previous week, these bitches don't got shit. Let's just call it for what it is, okay? Let's just do that. They're recapping the zip lining last week, and Rolly's like, I wasn't getting on that shit. Scotty's like, oh my God, I loved it. I hope everybody else loved it. And then Tinka's like, yeah, I had a blast doing that shit. My ass was out like it always is. Look like a stink. But yeah, I was putting my booty fumes all up in the air down that zip line, blah, 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 right? So then Rolly starts asking Tinka what happened at the party the previous night. I don't know what, she's like, I don't know what happened. I turned around, he was fighting. Tell me what happened, right? Oof, gosh, she looks terrible. But Tinka's like, yeah, this big Kiva girl, she just kind of ran up on me talking about, why you always asking this? Why you always asking that? And then she decided to just get in my face and start talking slick. And so, me, I'm not about to back down from nobody. So when she ran up on me, I felt like she was trying to threaten me. So I put my hands on her. By the way, Tinka looks really pretty in this confessional. But she says that, big Kiva got it coming for her. She's not done. So again, we're recapping again. We literally went from one recap to another recap, and we're literally recapping the same thing that they just recapped in the scene before. This is what I'm talking about. This is such sloppy work. Isn't Lemmy, whatever you want to call him, the walking STD factory? Doesn't he have a degree in production, TV, all sorts of stuff? And you look at this Zeus Network shit and think it's money? This is bad editing. This is bad work. This is bad templating. This is bad everything. We already heard what happened. Why do we have to recap it again? But anyway, now it's Natalie Big Chin Self talking about this shit. And she's like, you guys, I can't believe what I woke up to. I don't know what happened. I had something personal going on with me yesterday, so I wasn't there. But yeah, guys, I need to know what's going on, guys. Guys. We need to be baddies. We just need to talk stuff out, because acting like that at his party last night was crazy. Are we baddies? Are we ratchet? She was just talking her shit, and it's just, Natalie, please. And then she's calling a house meeting, knowing that it's gonna go the fuck up. So Natalie had Meatball serving alcohol, and all the baddies are finally coming into formation because they heard the wild lion call for the baddie shot o'clock. They all start coming out like roaches in the light, or in the dark, actually. They all show up. And, Natalie's like, okay, guys, fill me in, because I don't know what happened. And I just woke into a bunch of messages. Y'all were acting like savages at the big boss party. And I'm the leader here, so I gotta act like I give a fuck. Side note, Sapphire looks absolutely flawless here. Abso-fucking-lutely beautiful. I hate the top, but I think her face, the hair, beautiful. Volume, love it. So Natalie's continuing. She's like, yeah, I heard people had knives. I heard people was doing this. And Rolly's face, by the way, Rolly's looking real good here. She looks real good. I ain't no hating ass bitch. Rolly, you ate this look. This was beautiful. But Rolly was like, who the fuck had a knife last night and a razor? And Meatball's like, yeah, that was me. She said, because one thing I'm not going to do is keep going round for round with a bitch. Like, after we fight round, now I'm about to stab you, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, hearing this, now I believe Big Kiva's side more than, whatever. Because if you didn't know, Big Kiva was on the internet saying that, like, Meatball was scared to fight her again, so she was threatening to stab her up. And this kind of ties in with J.O. because Big Kiva jumped in the fight with Meatball because Meatball was fighting J.O. who fucked up Meatball. So Meatball was carrying a knife around because she did not want to fight J.O. again. And Big Kiva being her girl, Meatball didn't want to fight her again either. So she was ready to just start shanking bitches. So Meatball, you pussy. Like, period, point blank. Like, how you come on a show literally about fighting and then want to start stabbing people when you get into a fucking fight? Like, this is what you signed up for. So stop acting like a little pussy bitch. Like, that's not hood shit. This is pussy shit, bro. Like, you weird. Just catch your ones and go. Like, now you want to stab people and catch a case? Like, you already have a case for quote unquote inciting a riot. So now you want to catch another case? Stop being stupid, bitch. So, like, the girls are laughing except Jayla because, Jayla wasn't having it. And she's like, yep, my razor was right in my wig. Let a bitch grab my neck. Cut. So, they're trying to, like, reason with Meatball and be like, yeah, we get it because, it's kind of weird to just keep going round for round. Like, let's get your ones and two ends. Let's have a conversation and then just drop it. Like, I'm not going to keep fighting with you back and forth. And I'm like, there's no reason that y'all should be okay with having a bitch have a knife. Like, if y'all saw Bad Girls Club, let a girl get that crazy to pull out a shank, she would have been immediately kicked off the show. So the fact that y'all are trying to sit here and kind of like justify or find some reasoning behind Meatball carrying a knife around a group of women whose job it is to fucking fight is crazy. And, like, I know y'all be giving Jayla flack for being what you like to call her Martin Luther Jayla or whatever it is. But she had the right to feel uncomfortable. Because, like, why would you automatically think about stabbing someone when you're on a show about fighting? Like, you need to let these inner demons go. Like, you need therapy. This ain't the hood. Like, what the fuck? So, then Natalie gets back on Meatball. She's like, okay, girl, like, I woke up this morning and I need you to tell me what's going on because I woke up to J.O. going ham and going in on your ass on social media. Meatball was claiming that J.O. only did that because she was just trying to find a reason to beef with her. Like, I don't know you, girl, so why are you trying to make up these stories and these lies? But obviously, the fact that you're carrying a knife around, J.O. wasn't lying because I feel like this is in reference to J.O. coming out on social media and saying that she was only taken off the show because of her safety because Meatball kept threatening to wanting to stab her and cut her up and kill her and all sorts of stuff. So production felt it would be best for J.O. to go home. So for Meatball to sit here and say that's cap is crazy because you literally got on a bus with a shank in your hands and then you admitted to having a razor in your hair or whatever, your clothes, on your tongue, whatever it was. So you was threatening her. You threatening these bitches when you do this shit. Like, you're a hazard and I can't see you coming back on this show because what the fuck, Meatball? Like, your lack of reading the room is crazy because you see the environment that you in. You see the type of bitches y'all around. Like, these bitches fight all the time. Not once have you heard any of these bitches talking about they's gonna stab you or stab anybody. So why do you feel like you need to come up in here bringing the hood to something that's a little more expensive and high class, even though none of these bitches are classy, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I've said before, I like Meatball because she comes herself authentically. Like, she's not trying to put on the fake hair, the fake weave, the fake this, the fake that to present herself. But at the same time, it's like, yo, Meatball, read the room. You are in a whole other country that's beautiful as fuck, beautiful house. You over here wanting to stab bitches? Like, let the hood go for a few minutes. Like, let it go. So then now we get past Meatball, right? Now, Natalie's like, okay, and now what happened with you, Tinkerbella? Because I gave you the baddie chain. Blah, blah. Why was you acting like that last night? What happened with you and Big Kiva? Because you should not be sitting here fighting at the big boss party. I would say Natalie was being super duper, like, extra in this moment. Because, like, you go from being low tone to screaming to be like, I'm gonna come sit next to you because I have to hear what you're saying. It just felt so yuck. Like, this show is so draining. So Tinka's animated self It's like I was dancing with Tasika, right? She was shaking that ass all over me, right? I'm behind her, smacking her ass like wop, 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 right? And then she stands up and she's texting frantically. So I ask her, yo, sis, you good? What's up? Big Kiva, big ass, gonna walk up on me talking about something. Why you always gotta ask if a girl good? Bah, bah. Like you doing too much. You do that shit all the time. And so when she rolled up on me, I just had to sock her. And yeah, you gave me the baddie chain, but like I'm trying to hold myself as like, you know, I got the baddie chain now, the this, the that. And the funny thing is, she said that she was a vet. And everybody looked at her like, what vet you are? You still a new bitch. But yeah, she's like, well, what was I supposed to do? She walking up on me, coming at me aggressive. I just had to sock her real quick and let her know I ain't the fucking one to be played with. And Natalie's like, okay, I've heard enough. Like you said enough. I'm done. I don't want to hear anymore. Just take your drink. I don't want to hear anymore. So Natalie does her weekly, I have to say a speech because I'm the boss here. Y'all all eat my pussy. I run this. This is my show, my name, my brand. It's all about me. So y'all gonna listen to what I have to say. Bitches need to get the fuck out of their feelings. Like, we not gonna be doing this every day with the fighting and the this and the that and the that and the that. And then what made this even funnier is that Tinka's in the background like, exactly, that's all I was trying to say. But no, Tinka, she's talking about you too, because you was in your feelings as well. Like, there was no reason for y'all two bitches to fight, for real, for real. So Natalie continues like, we're not going to keep doing this. Like, I have new girls here that have yet to be able to come out and vibe with us. And I'm trying to get them to feel welcome and all this other stuff. Like, y'all should be able to have a conversation. We are grown women. We are baddies. We should have a conversation. And I hope it can end in a conversation. That would be great. Because we grown and we got a party to go to. And we not fighting in front of our pimp. That's what we're not going to be doing. So everybody said, bring out the new girl. So the new girls come out of their little dungeon that they've been locked in this whole time, like R. Kelly. And Big Kiva's like, yo, Tika, can I come talk to you over here? And Tika's like, yeah, sure. And she's walking with a drink in her hand. And Big Kiva notices it. She's like, well, before we talk, can you put your drink down? Tika threw her drink at Big Kiva, and then they just started tussling crazy. Not gonna lie, it looked like Big Kiva had it, but it was just so much going on and so many bad angles, I can't fully tell. But Big Kiva in her confessional was like, yeah, I was gonna come here and just have a talk with her so we could settle our differences or whatever. But once you walk in and see a girl with a drink in her hand, like, I watched this show, I know how this is gonna go. You're gonna throw that drink at me and we gonna fight. So I knew that. And then on top of that, she dressed in a black shirt, black shorts, Adidas, like she came ready to fight. So you wasn't gonna get me shorter, you wasn't gonna get me. So how they cut this part up was a little bit weird because there's no context, but it seems like Tinka was referencing where their issue started, which was back at the beach. So Tinka's like, oh, because on the beach, like, you know, if it was me and you in a group of different girls, you and me would have had each other's backs, you know, 10 toes down. And I get J.O.'s your bitch, and you gonna stand up for her like you was doing on the beach. But you have to understand, on that beach, I was sticking up for my girl when she was pointing to Meatball. He said, I'm gonna stand 10 toes for Meatball. So that's what it was. And then when you rolled up with your fist up, I had to come in swinging because you're not about to be jumping nobody. And, you know, Big Kiva was listening. She was like, yeah, I feel you, because if it was a bunch of other bitches that rolled up in here, I'd have your back. And, like, I feel you. Yeah, I'm J.O.'s my bitch. I'm gonna have her back, and I'll get you. So Big Kiva was coming from a place of understanding. Tinka was just kind of, like, all over the place. And so after all this rah-rah, Tinka still lit up, and she's like, I'm not in the mood. Nobody fucking talk to me. I'm just gonna go get ready for this party, blah, blah, blah. And Natalie's like, okay, end it here. Okay, if y'all are squashing the shits, which Big Kiva said, I don't have an issue. And Tinka said, I don't give a fuck no more. Natalie's like, okay, so then y'all should be able to hug it out. And both of them girls was like, I ain't hugging that hoe. Like, fuck that. I'm just going to go get ready for this party. And we going to turn the fuck up so I can shake my ass all over the place. So they all leave to go to the party. And, of course, most of the house was on the party bus. And they're all hanging out. And then Meatball and Biggie got on in a separate, like, vehicle. And just a regular car. And Biggie's like, well, I don't want to leave Tasiki. And Meatball's like, well, production said for us to go because Tasiki's not even ready. She'll just meet us there. And, like, half of these girls aren't ready. And we're not about to sit here waiting for these girls. So let's go. Let's go party. I gotta say, it was quite interesting to see some of the people there at the party. Like, seeing DJ Sky. I don't like this bitch. I don't necessarily hate her as much as I hate Mariah Lynn, but wow, how far she has fallen. You know, I think I read somewhere that she was about to be doing a scene with motherfucking Adam 22 or some shit. Like, she's doing porn now, and it's like, ew. Like, I still ain't get over the fact that you left your daughter in the car with a little pad and whatever while you was inside drinking and shaking your ass with all the baddies, and you trying to have all the other baddies come in and, like, go look at your kid and watch your kid. Like, yeah, I haven't fucked with her ever since that. Like, bad parenting. But shockingly enough, which not shockingly because we all saw it on the Baddies webpage, right? Yeah, shockingly enough, E.T. made an appearance at this party. And it's crazy because she beefing with damn near the entire motherfucking cast. She shows up, and you know what's actually funny to me? I'm looking at her right now. I could have swore she got her body done. Like, I really did. And she still looks a little frumpy. Like, there's nothing wrong with being frumpy, but if you got your body done, I don't feel like you should be looking like this, to be honest. Like, I feel like there should be some sort of improvement. You looked the same last season. So Rolly, I'm not going to say she's pressed, but Rolly's like, oh, I don't give a fuck about E.T. She can cry to whoever she wants. Like, I'm just not fucking with her. I don't want to talk to her. I want nothing to do with her. Because Rolly and E.T. were besties last season, and then they started beefing on social media. They've been beefing for a little while now. Because, you know, E.T.'s like, oh, like at the reunion, Rolly switched up. She being fake. I don't fuck with that bitch. And she left me out to dry. Like, she not being a good friend. And then Rolly also feels like E.T. being weird. She not being a good friend. She being fake. And how dare you throw me under the bus. But according to the previews next week, they're going to be fighting. And I can't wait to see that. But it's also kind of crazy because isn't Rolly like on the injured reserve list? The fuck? So this lemon pepper face ass nigga, they give him all the Boss P. Diddy fucking digital cuts. And you know, I gotta say this. It's so weird to see all of these people praise him. And I also want to point out the fact that during the previews of this, you saw like nan niggas in this party. It was literally all women. I would say it was a good 98% women and 2% men. And the 2% of men that were there was security guards. And maybe some videographers and photographers. Other than that, it was all women. And it really rubs me the wrong way because it's already well known that Lemmy is very much an abusive person. He is mentally abusive. He is verbally abusive. He is emotionally abusive. He is abusive in every which way to these girls. And y'all sitting here bowing down to this nigga like he's somebody. Like, quite literally, I look at this nigga and he looks like someone whose underwear I would pull over his head. Like, I don't understand it. Ain't no nigga like that. I don't give a fuck how much money you have, how much money you giving me. You come out of pocket to me, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. And like y'all over here giving him speeches saying, oh, like he would give you the shirt off his back. Yeah, he'll give you the shirt off his back if you sit here and suck his dick after. Like, the fuck? This man is weird. He gonna be Diddy part 2. I also want to know, did anybody else see Janisha in this episode? No? Oh, okay, because he was there to try and get maybe Scotty and Anna to hook up together so he could fuck and do all that extra shit. Like, this, I really don't like Lemmy. Like, he is bottom tier, and I would say it to his face, this weird-ass nigga. And Bobby here trying to turn on his straightness and trying to be like, yeah, Lemmy, well, the king here. Boom, boom, boom. Nigga, you gay as hell. Shut up. And I'm not saying that part as an insult because I am an ally of the community. But one thing I can't stand with Bobby is that he be code switching sometimes. And it's like, if you gay, be gay unauthentically around your straight friends, around the bosses, around the boss's daughters, around the cunties, around anybody. Just stop. Like, it's very cringe when he tries to act all hard and tough. Like, no, it just don't read well, sweetheart. Knock it off. And then here enters Bianca. Very dramatic scene. And I gotta say, she looks kind of terrible here. Not gonna hold you. Makeup not sitting correctly. I don't like this little cover up she has. And then the bag don't go with it. I'm not gonna lie, it's not giving. So Sapphire's in her confessional. And they shady for this because they show Bianca first and then they show Sapphire. And Sapphire's in her confessionals talking about, yeah, I was in the party and I saw E.T. So I told E.T., come here, let's talk. Because me and her, we had a situation last year, but we really had no ill will towards each other. Yeah, of course not, because y'all was fucking best friends. The fuck? You was besties with E.T. fighting against your supposed sister. Like, the fuck? You had E.T.'s back all the way down, but when she was attacking someone who supposedly gave you air, gave you life, you completely backed off of her and just made sure to not say nothing to E.T. And then when you did step up, you got your ass whooped. So yeah, we already know you ain't got no issue with E.T. You was just trying to stand up for your fucking friend 20 years fucking later, weird ass bitch. They're really shady for showing Bianca and then Sapphire talking about friendships. Anyway, so they don't show E.T.'s face necessarily here, but they show Sapphire and E.T. hugging it out. And Sapphire saying that E.T. is actually starting to cry. Like, she started crying. And E.T., what are you crying for? Like, did you get baptized and find Jesus or something? Because now you're coming here almost copping a plea because you was on the internet talking about next time you see these bitches, you're going to beat them up. And now you're here, you're crying and begging for forgiveness. Nah, E.T., this just makes your season 10 times worse. Like, I guess squashing it and shit, like, that's fine. But to cry? All right, that's a little too far. So then E.T., she's sitting there, they're giving her little camera time, and I guess E.T. sees Tasiki walk in. Tasiki's like, oh, E.T.'s here? Okay, cool. Come here, bitch. Come here. So Tasiki's testing the temperature and saying, like, okay, like, I heard you're here and that you're looking for something or you're looking for someone to fight. Like, what's the issue? And E.T. said, I'm only here because I heard Anna Max said something about my child. So then Tasiki's like, okay, so if that's the case, then why is everybody trying to make us fight so bad? Like, why everybody want us to get up and stuck? And so they both like, we ain't got no fucking issues. It's never been an issue. So, like, they hug it out and they squash their beef. Long time coming. We ain't gonna be seeing no fight at the reunion, y'all. Like, they not even talking about each other on social media no more. So, let's let this go. And so then the next scene, Taseki's talking to Biggie like, well, she came to me with open arms. Last time I went to her with open arms. And we squashed it. You could squash it too. And Biggie was not having it. So Tasiki hugs E.T. again, showing that, like, yeah, like, it's cool now. But I'm kind of with Biggie on this one. Like, your sole storyline and your sole purpose last season was to torment me every fucking day. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not doing none of that. I yawned. Sorry, y'all. And then Biggie got in a confessional saying, like, you know, maybe my friend forgave you, but my friend's still gonna be on your ass. Like, no, baby. She's not. Tasiki over it. She don't want to fight nobody that she don't need to be fighting because she's damn sure not gonna be fighting for her friends. So, just saying. Like, even last season, Tasiki didn't fight for you. She fought E.T. for her own reasons. Not once did she say, I'm fighting you because you was fighting all over my best friend. And this leads me right back to me saying Biggie is so naive. Because Taseki, as you said, been your bitch this whole fucking time. But she wasn't that good of a friend to you last season when E.T. was literally tormenting you. She ain't step in for you not one motherfucking time. So for you to think that she's still gonna be on her ass for you is crazy. And that's the same with Mariah. Both of y'all like just naive when it comes to Tasiki. She's not y'all bodyguard. So stop thinking when you call jump, she gonna jump. Like, she don't give a fuck about y'all really, if we want to be honest here. Sapphire squash. Tasiki squash. Now it's Scotty's turn. Scotty sees her off in the distance, and this is the whitest I've ever seen Scotty look. And Scotty's like, you expose all the girls' numbers, and you know, I had people calling my phone saying, oh, hey, Scotty, fuck you, bitch. Like, you leaked my number. You leaked a lot of things on the internet that I don't think you should have been leaking. And E.T. was like, I didn't do that. And, you know, Scotty's like, bitch, yes, you did. So then they get past all the woo-wah, they squash it, and then E.T.'s like, you know, I'm sorry about that, but I really do love you. And Scotty's like, really? You sure about that? And, you know, they hug, kiss, make up, who knows. E.T.'s on a redemption tour right now. She's trying to get back on the show for next season. I ain't gonna hold y'all. So then the next set of drama happens. Asian Doll loses her phone, and Sapphire goes with her to look for the phone. Asian Doll gets on the mic and she's like, hey, if someone sees an iPhone 15, can y'all please just, like, bring it to me? Like, I'm here. And Sapphire's like, I had walked past someone at the thing and I turned around and I see it's Bianca. Sapphire was essentially saying that, like, she walked past Bianca and Bianca jumped back like she was ready to fight. So now we're just seeing a whole hoopla at the DJ booth of Bianca trying to fight Sapphire at the quote-unquote big boss's birthday. So now it's a big old thing in front of the booth. Asian Doll confused. You see Bianca trying to cut through security. Sapphire's like, why she want to fight me now? And you know what, Sapphire? This is what the fuck you get. Because I remember back during them dirt bikes, ATV shits that y'all was doing, you chose such an inopportune time to want to bring up 3-week-old beef to come and fight her talking about my arm out the sling. So now what? You want to fight me? You do this after she's getting into it with Mariah and Asian Doll. You took your chance to jump up and want to fight her. And then you had everybody against her and wanting to jump for you. So now Bianca came back with that same energy, and she's like, well, I brought my girls. You wanted to surround me and have everybody surround me and have someone come sneak me. How about I get one of my bitches to beat your ass, and then we could fight one-on-one. So you know what? I can't even feel bad for you, Sapphire. You called it. You should have sat there and ate your food that day at the dirt bikes. And Sapphire's trying to take the high road, talking about this is the big boss party and this is how you want to act, so unclassy. Well, bitch, you picked the time when nobody gave a fuck for you to want to bring up old beef to start with her. Like, fuck that. But they wound up kicking her out of the party because she was causing too much of a ruckus. And by her, I mean Bianca, which I'm kind of tight because I wish Bianca would have rolled up on Mariah Lynn instead, because fuck that bitch. That is not your friend, girl. That is not your friend. So now, another incident at the DJ booth. Biggie is trying to get the microphone from DJ Scott so she could say her little shout outs to Lemmy, who we already know don't even like Biggie, but you know, everybody got suck dick today, right? And at the same time that Biggie was trying to grab the microphone, Scotty was trying to pass something over to someone, and she accidentally hit Biggie's hand and pushed her hand out the way. So now Biggie is claiming that someone is bullying her. So now we bring this old soggy-faced ass bitch on the screen, and she's like, well, Biggie's saying that someone's bullying her. She's saying it was DJ Sky and Scotty. And she's like, I don't believe her because Scotty is the sweetest, and what reason would DJ Sky have to bully her? And you know what, Mariah? I kinda get you here. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm giving Mariah Lynn some sort of credit for being somewhat smart. Because what the fuck would Scotty... What reason would Scotty have to bully you? And DJ Sky is as clueless as a fucking plank in the wind. Like, what are we doing? Why would she even bully you? And this is where my issue with Biggie steps the fuck in again. I knew Biggie was going to take that whole bullying thing last season and run with it, because now she gets into any sort of kerfuffle with anyone, she's going to say they're bullying her. And Biggie, you did not get bullied. It was just a misunderstanding. Biggie was saying she was trying to get the microphone from DJ Sky, and her, DJ Sky, and Scotty were saying, no, don't give Biggie the mic. No, don't give Biggie the mic. But nobody around that DJ booth can confirm Biggie's story whatsoever. So Biggie, what are we talking about? For real? Like, I could kind of see DJ Sky saying that, but Scotty fucks with you. Like, Scotty don't have an issue with you. Y'all two have never argued before. She was just a part of the Mean Girl group, but Scotty's never been a part of the bullying per se. So to conjure up this, oh, they're bullying me, and for you to run to Mariah Lynn to say that they're bullying you is a little crazy. Like, you're doing too much now, mama. Relax. And then Taseki got to the booth and whatever, and then Biggie's like, oh, so when my best friend come to the booth, now all of a sudden y'all ain't got a problem, right? Oh, and you know what, Biggie? You get very much a tattletale. Like, oh, Tasiki, they're being mean to me. They did this. And then when they all like, we don't have an issue. She's just saying shit. Oh, now y'all don't want to bully me no more because my friend is here. Like, ew. Biggie is definitely someone who has fallen extremely hard this season with her behaviors. Because she came in here crying about being bullied last season. Then she said J-Lo was bullying her, to which J-Lo was doing a little too much. Yes. And now that she's down with the good, like, down in good graces with everybody, now she on a different type of energy, and it's like, Biggie, you all over the place, girl. Sit your ass down. So then the next like 10-20 minutes of the show is just them partying at this dirty muskrat who decided to have an outfit change, giving him his birthday party and his flowers and whatever else, and boo, this episode was ass. Lemmy, you should be fucking fired. I'm tired of you walking around here like you're somebody. You are just a reality TV show bitch ass pimp. That's all you are. You'll never amount to anything. Like, you truly remind me of a nigga who got bullied in school because he was ugly his whole life. Even though you're still ugly as an adult, you got some money and now you're just enjoying the attention thinking that you're above anybody. But you're really the dirt, ground level, floor level. What's lower than the basement? Oh, probably hell. That's where you are. Never gonna lift my foot up off Lemuel either, because I think he's disgusting and he's not a boss, and I can't wait to see him eventually go to trial, because all of these alleged stories I hear about him, I believe him. But yeah, thank you for watching. This season is just becoming such a drag. I hope next week picks up, because my passion for wanting to even review this stuff is going so low, because these episodes have been so ass. But yeah, make sure you follow me on my social media, on my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter. But I think it's more lit to follow me on TikTok because I'll be talking about a variety of things, more than just baddies. I'll be talking about everyday news, everyday topics, some things baddies, some things not. So yeah. Make sure y'all follow me over there. And if you followed me from my YouTube page, make sure you comment on one of my videos and say, found you from YouTube. All right, we here. Comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.